Okay. So in macro, okay. So already we have discussed, right? What is the use of macro in DBT? Okay. So in this macro is nothing but already we know, which is a reusable process or reusable SQL statement. Okay, so there where we can use multiple this macro we can use in multiple our SQL models. Okay, and snapshot there we can use this derivation. We can call this macro. Okay, so not only one single model or snapshot, you can use multiple areas. You can use this macro. Okay, so in this, right, I have just segregated types of basic things. How what is the mainly macro contains and how we can differentiate what types of scenarios we can face in macros. I mean, we can define macros. Okay, so in this first, first step is just call the basic macro. Okay, so it is nothing but just calling the basic macro means you will be just calling out the macro like some current value, current timestamp, something like this. Okay, so you just use the current timestamp. You can, in case if you want anything, so every time instead of writing a query, right, you can use the current timestamp. And similarly, second point is you can apply the filter conditions. Apply the filter conditions. That is also very important. And then third step is apply the filter condition is nothing but okay in where condition you can add any filter value. Okay, for example, if you want to filter only department number 10, yes, you can do. Okay, and if you want to add where start date end date of pulling the incremental data, okay, start date between sorry uh, uh, insert gmt insert gmt timestamp between okay start date and end date like this. Okay, and you can filter like this, and you can transform the data. And the third step is mainly you can transform the data. How transform the data means you can write any case statement, transform the data at column level. Okay, so these three mainly we will be using in macro. Even in real time also you will have a same like this only. Okay, so if you want, you can hard code the value of some default value. You can write a filter conditions and transform the data at a column level. Okay, so here you do the case statement, you do the sum. Okay, anything like which is functions which are transforming the data and passing the parameters. So this is the just a column level how you are going to apply the mac column level transformation filter, column level filter. Okay, and defaulting, giving the default value. So these three types you can do. Apart from that, okay, you can pass the parameters. How you can pass the parameters? This parameters is here we have a two types of parameters actually. Okay, what two types of parameters that we will see? One is a static parameter, static parameter, and another one is a dynamic parameter. Okay, so here you will have a one is a static parameter and dynamic parameter. See, in any project, okay, you will have a two types of parameters. One is the static and parameter. Dynamic. Static means when you assign a value. Okay, if you are assigning any value, okay, assigning any value, that will be applied for entire project. Okay, wherever you are going to use any macro. Okay, and this dynamic parameter, how you know? So you will be applying that value or any parameter in the model level. So for example, you have a 100 macro, 100 models. There you need to apply same logic, but values are different. At that time, which is better? So you need to use the dynamic, so that for example, I have a EMP table and I have a DBT table. Okay, in EMP, I have to apply the department level 10. Okay, but in the DBT, I want to apply the department number at 20 level. Then static will not suitable for assigning the value of 10, because it will read 10 for EMP and as well as DEPT when you are applying, when you are using the macro. Instead of that, if you use this dynamic, what will happen? You can use, if directly the 20 in the department model, and you can use 10 for a EMP model. So like this, okay, we need to differentiate one by one. And for that, you need to know what is the syntax also. Okay. So now let's see, I covered the three scenarios, right? And I'll explain these three scenarios, and same scenarios you need to practice, this will help you in the real time project also. Okay. So just you need to understand the concept. Okay. Then it is easy for you. So last time we have seen this is the static parameter which we have passed. Okay. So this way, right? Whenever you are using this macro, right? So what will happen? That macro always, it is a static. If you have 100 models to apply the same logic, then you need to apply same for 100 times. I mean, it will pass the value. So if you are, instead of here, if you are applying in the model level, that will be a dynamic. Whichever value you want to apply, then you just go ahead and apply the parameter, that parameter. So like that, it will help you actually. Okay. So there are some benefits are there. Okay, and there are some disadvantages also will be there. Okay, but you need to see what is the best benefit. Okay, like that you need to go ahead. 1 second. Huh? Okay, okay. Now let's practice one by one, and then we will see. Hmm? So what I'm going to do now, you see, just to have a differentiate. Okay, how we have practiced. Okay, what I'm going to now or do now. I'm just going to create a one folder in the model. Okay. Uh, New folder. Okay. Macros. I'm giving the name called macro, mm, and practice. So that all macros related queries, I will call it out here. Okay. Mm. And then, okay, in the macro, I'll create one more folder so that we can practice there itself. Okay. Mm. Mm, Basic practice. Okay, something like this. Hmm. Now in this macro, I'll create a file. Hmm. Okay, pass I'll give small letters. Okay. Was default value. Okay. Like dot SQL macro, right? I'm just giving like this. Now here, what we have to do already, right? Okay. Flower bracket and then percentage, and here macro, and then same name I'll give here. What name we have given here? Same name. Was default value. Okay. And then space. And here what I'm doing, current timestamp I'm passing. And then uh, flower bracket, close this, and macro. Just I'm giving this value so that I will pass the current timestamp. Okay, so this is something I created. Now I will log in this also. Wait, Snowflake also I'll log in. Hmm. So I'm using ChatGPT maximum so that it is giving me more comfortable. I mean, I'm just saving my time really. Okay, so you can use Copilot. Okay, ChatGPT. See, we need to utilize, but we should not dependent always with the ChatGPT or Copilot again. Okay, you need to think your own. That also very important. Hmm? The skill worksheet. Okay, under DBT schema, tables. Okay, so I'll just use my customer table. Okay, so customer. hmm, Let me see what are the columns I have. Customer ID, customer name. Only two columns I have. I'll create a model now. Okay. Now you see. Okay. Now I just created a macro. Hmm? Now I'll use the model. Under model, I'm going here. Okay. Here I'm just creating the new file. So this is something what I will do. I'll give a name called macro at the end. So just m underscore m means it's my macro. Okay, and customer. I'll give the table like this. Table also it will create a like this one. Okay, m underscore customer. It is nothing but macro. Dot SQL. Okay, so for this one, I need all tables and parameters, right? So I'll utilize by default this one. Okay, config table is always a table, and with a stage customer, I will use m underscore customer. Okay, and my table also stage. Sorry, it is just a customer, right? Customer and select star from m customer and Okay, here I have a customer, insert date as a customer, right? Hmm? Okay, customer timestamp. So what I will do here, I will use this my macro. Pass default value we have, right? What I will do, I will use that. How we can call it out? Okay, I have taken already sample. Hmm? So here if you see, I have used a current timestamp, right? Okay, so this simple flower bracket, and you need to use the get current timestamp. Okay, so here customer ID. Okay, and here I am using my macro. Okay, this macro pass default value. Okay, so here pass default value, open bracket and close bracket. Before that, what I have to use flower bracket and close the flower bracket. But this is not a good practice always. Okay, we should not do like that. Always first create the flower brackets and then give the inside a value. That is the good practice. Okay. Hmm. I have given this one. So now, okay, I'm calling the table also. See now, the value, the macro I have called out directly, okay, with the same name. So let me close this in the, okay. Okay, so now I have used this one and I'm saving this. Okay, so now created a macro by calling the macro here. Sorry, I created a model by calling the macro. Now let's execute this. DBT run hyphen model model and hyphen okay m underscore customer dot SQL. Okay, run it. So something it is failed. What is saying? Exception got in a statement block macro. Okay, here we need to pass the curly braces here. Okay, yeah. Okay, now this one and then nothing to try check customer. Customer does not match. M underscore customer SQL. Why selection criteria? Okay, DBT run. Okay, select. I missed out. Select. See, you guys are not telling anything. Okay, I missed here. Select. Hmm, Successfully inserted. Now we need to see the table. Okay, whether that got created or not with the current timestamp. Refresh. M customer got created, and then we will see this one M underscore. Hmm, hmm. See, insert time got inserted, timestamp got inserted. So like this, we can define a macro. Okay, in the query. And now similarly, I'm writing a query. I'm writing a case statement in the customer. Okay, you just check how I'm calling out. Okay. So now here I have a Honey Vijay Soma, right? For this record. Okay, I'll write a case statement. Hmm? So this is type 1 we have done. Hmm? And this scenario we have applied type 1. And now what I will do, I will apply the filter condition as we discussed here, right? Okay, here. Okay, apply the filter conditions. We'll go to the filter condition. So now I'll create a one more macro here. Okay. Apply. No. Mm, okay. I'll give the m underscore uh, id id underscore filter dot SQL. Okay. So now I'm just telling that I'll give a statement if I need. Okay. Forward slash star uh, applying the filter condition at a id level and I'm closing this star. Where is this star? Sorry, star and close this. And here we can give any kind of a statement. And now flower bracket, percentage already we know, right? And macro, and then give the same name, m underscore id underscore filter. Okay, and close the bracket and give a space. And then come back here, give a one tab. Okay, then column. What is the column? You need to know column. Okay, so customer id. Okay, customer id. Okay, equal to hmm, if you want to pass any value, yes, you can pass the value. Okay. That, but we need to define a value, right? Okay, so here what you need to do, you need to give a alias name. Okay, there you will need to pass, otherwise direct. Let's try to give a direct. Okay, let's see. In 1 2 3 1 2 3 I have given like this, and then and closing this percentage. Okay, and a macro. I have given like this, and I'm saving this one. And in the same m customer, I'm applying where condition here, where. Okay, open bracket, and then passing the value of m id filter, m underscore id filter. Okay, applying like this. So here I have used passing the default value current timestamp, and here I'm applying filter condition for to get the only one record. Okay, and saved and running again. Okay, this got executed now. Now go there in DBT and run the same table. See, only 1 2 3 value we received. I mean, it got loaded because you have applied a filter condition as a static. Where you have applied as a static? Okay, you have applied a static here. Okay, so like this. Now, if you want to pass dynamic value, then here you need to give a value. Okay, and like give a dynamic value. Dynamic underscore value. Use this as a dynamic value. Okay. Take here and what is the syntax? Double quotation value. Something like this. Let me check whether it is a correct syntax or not. Okay. Correct. Value is correct. Okay. Okay. So I have given like this. And what I will do now, I will pass the value here itself. Okay. So now I am giving just now I will give 1 to 7, 1 to 3 we have given, right? Now I will give 1 to 4. Just let's try to execute what will happen. Compilation error. Why? Because we need to apply the single quotation, I guess. Hmm. What happened? DBT macro ID filter.
మ్యాక్రోస్ లో కూడా ఇవ్వాలన్న.
Hmm?
మ్యాక్రోస్ దగ్గర కూడా డబుల్ కొటేషన్ లో పెట్టాలి, అది ఫ్లవర్ బ్రాకెట్స్ రెండు.
Lower brackets ఇడంటావా?
మ్యాక్రోస్ లో అన్న క్రియేట్ చేసిన దాంట్లో.
ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఈడంటున్నావా?
అక్కడ.
ఓకే. Yeah, correct. Okay, now you see. Let me run this query. Because 1, 2, 3, there is no value. Now let's just check what value we have here. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 9, 1, 3, 0. Okay. Now let's go and change the 1 to 9. Okay, 1 to 9. Save it and apply this. So like this we can filter the values dynamically. Okay, earlier we have practiced with the static and now we have practiced with the dynamic. You see? Sorry. See, Vijay. So like this we can apply the filter condition. And there is one more scenario as we discussed, right? Okay, what is the one more scenario we have? So transform the data at column level. Already we have practiced this one, static parameter and dynamic parameter. Now we will see, okay, one case statement and another one is sum. Okay. Now, first what I will do, I will apply the sum. Let's see how I will sum the data. Just observe. First, otherwise I'll write a case statement. Okay. M underscore. Okay. Case. Yes, I'll write a M underscore case dot SQL. Case statement. Okay. Here, okay, again same as it is, percentage and percentage. Okay, and here go by macro. Okay, and here enter the and macro. Okay, and give the space here. Generally, if you practice like this, right, it's always better. M underscore case underscore statement and open bracket and close bracket. Yeah, like this. Here, case when. Now, what value I'm going to give, just like see like this. Okay, here I'm giving a column name. Dynamic column name d underscore column name. Okay, comma, and here default value. I'll give a default value. Default or else I'll give default name. Okay. So now I have created when if the if the column name, okay, column name, if the column name equal to what letter I have, that is very important, right? I need to pass this. If the column name small letter, okay, if it is Hanif, okay, then hard code with hmm, uh, software, just giving the name like this. Else, okay, else else default value, default name, okay, and this is how I'm just giving the statement. Okay, so just to cross verify, we will just go here and check. See, same, that's it. And okay, we have the columns like this. Now I'm just writing a case statement here. Case when column name equal to Hanif, then okay, I'm just passing the column name here and the default value here, default name. Okay, so this is my end macro. Now let's pass this macro in our case statement. And here I will use 1, 2, 3. Okay, just 1, 2, 3, so that I can write a case statement here. So here what I have to do, I will call, okay, what value I have given, m underscore case statement. Okay, column is customer name, comma, under default value is I will give ABC. In case if it is matches, then it will give a customer name. Okay, if it is not, then it will give the some other value. Okay, let's see. Okay, I need to give a space here. As I'll give as like this. See, in one single query, I'm applying everything. Some error. Okay. What happened? End insert date. Okay, what is the comma is there? Okay, m underscore case statement. That also fine. Position and insert from selector. Okay, some here we got the problem. Let me try like this. Okay, spaces I have not given here also.